to 9 on the Positive Side. I'm Courtney Courtwright. Thank you so much for joining us this weekend. Another year has gone by so fast. We're taking a look back now and celebrating some of our favorite inspiring, fun, and positive stories that 9 on the Positive Side has shown you so far. We're starting off in Little Washington. It's the go-to place in eastern North Carolina when it comes to cheese biscuits. Chad Tucker takes us to Beaufort County for a taste.
Some people, yeah, they just want cheese biscuits, but a lot of them want that bacon, nice and crispy. That is the biggest thing, bacon. 30 pounds a day, that's a lot of bacon.
Helen Keys doesn't have any kids.
Okay, now I'm getting ready to check my biscuits.
But here in Little Washington,
Your sausage, your bacon, and all your meat.
everyone calls her mom.
Everybody call me that most of the time. Chicken and cheese, that's fine, that's fine. They can call me that. I'm the oldest one here, and I've been here the longest. Breakfast plate.
She sure has.
Oh, you're making me feel old, but
Helen says it's 33 years.
my boss man said I was wrong. He said I stopped counting at 33, but I've been here 50, but I know better.
Well, however long it is, Helen's been in the back of this old gas station on John Small Avenue, right there behind this counter.
Breakfast plate with bacon.
Yep, there she is,
2 wraps with mustard.
serving up
Toasted, right?
her famous cheese biscuits.
And you got to get the right cheese. We use sharp cheddar cheese. Lincoln egg, that cheese, and the love that we put into them, making them with these hands.
Folks come from all over.
On Saturday mornings, the line is from here, here, and to the door.
Some travelers order frozen boxes to take back home.
Back to Florida, New York, Detroit.
Everyone in town knows her
Everybody. He's been coming here a long time.
and knows she's the hardest worker you'll ever find.
I know, but I want to make sure everything is right.
She's here almost every day.
The best you're going to ever find.
That's some goodness right there.
Yes, sir.
Hasn't had a vacation in years,
And I just enjoyed it, the people.
and she doesn't plan to slow down.
Can I help you?
For Helen, it's more than cheese and biscuits.
And knowing they love this.
It's about people.
Saying something or doing something to make somebody's day.
The people who call her mom.
We ain't McDonald's, but you can have it mostly your way.
In
Bacon,
Washington,
egg sandwich, mayonnaise.
North Carolina,
Taking your time, caring about what you're doing.
I'm Chad Tucker.
But as long as I know I'm doing what I can and treating them right, that's all that matters to me. There you go. Thank you.
If you're heading that way, Mom's Grill is open every day of the week, 6 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. And speaking of food, a Charlotte man is putting his heart into an essential part of any Southern breakfast. He's in his early 20s and makes buttermilk biscuits that might rival some grandmas. John Lee shows us the fluffy fruits of his labor.
I'm gonna need 8 bows down.
When it comes to breakfast, most of us don't need a break from the norm.
Hot pan,
The regulars crave something familiar.
has a lot of flavor. Hot, fresh Bojangle biscuits. Hot, fresh.
At the Bojangles on Beaver Farms Road, Biscuit Master Will Smith is ready to shake and bake.
Shake it 4 times, but I'd like to do a little dance, you know. I enjoy the rush, the thrill, the happiness I bring to customers. Now you make your circle.
At the all-important biscuit station here, Will knows what time it is.
14.
What time is it?
Bow time. It's bow time. Start with the biggest one.
Every shift, he churns out some 1,000 biscuits. He's quick. Not this quick, but I digress.
Put it up in number 1. Height is good. Color, good. It's fully baked. Make sure your pan is 45-degree angle.
GBD, golden brown delicious. He dreamed of this job when he was just 7.
Like fresh, hot. I was like, how they make this? So I was like, no, one day I'm gonna work for Bojangles.
With lots of bow time and dedication, as you can see, Will's product is pretty bodacious. And in the end, he's become one of the franchise's rising stars.
In March, he took on the chain's best biscuit makers. Each one had 10 minutes and was judged on speed, efficiency, quality. He followed the 49-step process to a T and finished first in the Bojangles Biscuit Maker Challenge.
Oh, they feel good. It feels wonderful. I mean, When I won it, I got so happy, I literally danced.
He beat out 4,500 contestants to take the title and strut.
I was walking, yeah, oh, that's the dance. I go like this with my sunglasses and be like, yeah.
So give the man his flowers, or just give him flour, whatever.
That's great. He's doing a good job.
Hardly feels like working when he does the happy dance.
Yeah.
No risk it, no biscuit. In Charlotte, John Lee, Queen City News.
And we'll have more inspiring news when we come back. Every year, we highlight several women who are going above and beyond to help out different causes right here in Eastern North Carolina. This year's Remarkable Woman winner for Eastern North Carolina was Liz Hartman. 9 on your sides, Elena Verdine sat down with Liz in March, who makes it a priority to serve.
Thank you, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to Liz Hartman. And Liz, from all of us here at WNCT, we want to give you a big heartfelt thank you.
Thank you.
Of course, and congratulations. We are presenting you with this award for being our regional Eastern North Carolina Remarkable Women of the Year. You have done so much for the veterans here in the East and North Carolina. So we were just wondering if you could walk us through just a little bit of that for maybe the people who didn't get to see your story.
Absolutely. So I am a Marine Corps veteran. I got out of the Marine Corps in 2014. And I believe it was 2019, I started volunteering with the American Legion, Post 539 in New Bern. And for the past 2 years, I've been the commander.
Wow. How's that been?
It's been a wild ride. Yes. The guys and gals keep me on my toes every day, but it's been a blast.
That's amazing. So how does it feel to know that someone felt like you made enough of a difference to be the Remarkable Women of Eastern North Carolina?
I'm honored that someone would nominate me, but at the end of the day, I'm just one voice. So it's really cool to be able to bring a larger voice to veterans issues throughout the state.
Yeah. What kind of things have you done for veterans issues through the post or your other positions?
So I would say locally, our biggest thing is we fill that gap. So when a veteran's in crisis, if they need their utilities paid, if they need food for their kids, if they need housing, a roof over their head, Christmas gifts, we're who people turn to now. And that's just a wonderful thing.
It's amazing. So how does it feel to know that your impact is not only being felt in New Bern, but now that people across the East are hearing what you have to say?
That is really incredible, because I think having a strong veteran community benefits the entire community. And so to be able to bring a voice to the guys in this post it's an honor, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
That's so amazing. So what at the end of the day is your message for Eastern North Carolina?
Embrace your veterans, because they're the ones who are going to come back from war and they'll want to serve even more. When we look at volunteer positions, board positions, it's always veterans who throw their hands in the air first and foremost. So support them, because they want to strengthen the community and they're an asset to have in the community.
Absolutely. And what would you say maybe to the women who want to follow in your footsteps in the Marines?
Oh my goodness, do it. Join the Marine Corps, not any other branch. The Marine Corps is the best branch of all. And volunteer. Every time an opportunity is presented to you, jump and go do it with your whole heart, because you never know where it's going to take you.
That is so amazing. Liz, thank you from us here at WNCT, and clearly thank you for your impact for our veterans here in the East. If you would like to see Liz's full story, we will have it at our website on WNCT.com. But for now, thank you, Liz.
Thanks, Elena.
Back to you.
She truly is remarkable, and looking ahead to next year, we'll announce our Remarkable Women winner. That'll be coming up before we know it in March. Now here's another inspiring story. A 6-year-old in Washington didn't ask for any birthday gifts for her birthday this year, but instead she asked for donations. She's giving all of us a lesson in kindness as we head into a new year. Here's Hartley's story.
Had chickens and turkeys and 1 dog and 2 cats.
An invite to Hartley's birthday.
She is just full of ideas and imagination.
Meant going to this 6-year-old's party with a unique present.
She has such a love for animals, and she has for years, ever since she could walk.
Hartley made a wish to put animals first.
We were trying to figure out how she could possibly make a difference or what she could do.
Using all her presents to help 4-legged friends.
I donated some animal food to this animal shelter because I have too many toys, so I decided to do this.
Absolutely proud. She is just a wonderful child. She thinks of others.
And people are noticing just how big her heart is. Beaufort County Animal Services shared this photo of Hartley on Facebook, donating all her presents.
Dog toys, and cat toys, and beds and food.
It was amazing. It really does help us a lot.
She's not stopping there. Hartley wants to make helping animals her job one day.
An animal doctor because I love animals.
The sky's the limit for her. I think she is on a path, and I think she will accomplish whatever she sets out to do.
She already has the most important quality for the job: generosity.
A lot of people have really been inspired by her, and I think she didn't even realize how much of an impact she would have.
Bye. Thank you.
She sure did have a big impact. Remember, if you want to see more uplifting and positive news that makes you smile, our website might have everything you need. Just go to WNCT.com. There you'll find these stories and more under the 9 on the Positive Side tab. You can find that under Features. We also have all of our 9 on the Positive Side shows there for you to watch or rewatch as well.
It's amazing. I mean, to look at him, you wouldn't think he was over maybe in his 80s.
Next, an inspiring story showing you're never too old to do what you love. A man from Illinois is proving that age is nothing but a number. Aaron Ivory shows us what he's doing that keeps him young.
It's not every day that you meet someone who has been around for 10 decades, much less at a bowling alley.
Get your shoes on.
You want to talk about the long game?
My game isn't that sharp.
Says the guy who's been lacing his bowling shoes for 80 years straight.
I'm getting this way instead of that way.
But Ed Berthold keeps on rolling.
Lift on all those.
Ed has bowled here forever.
Oh, you got robbed.
Chomping gum.
To your good health.
Slurping coffee.
Hook, baby, hook.
And critiquing his own work.
Can't get it in the pocket.
The wild turkey of the alley
Charlie.
is nearly twice the age of others in this 50-plus league.
I wish that I was a few years younger.
At the ripe age of 103.
They look at me and say, really? And I say, yes, really.
It's amazing. I mean, to look at him, you wouldn't think he was over maybe in his 80s.
Amazing to everyone, including Ed, whose longevity came as an unexpected gift. And here's why.
My father died at 39, tuberculosis. In those days, they didn't know what to do, you know. They just isolated you. And when I compare that to what happened to me, you know.
You tend to play big when you believe you're living on borrowed time.
Way to go!
We tell him it's too darn heavy. You should use a 13-pound ball.
Not letting an awry ball or two throw your game.
Next week, get him next week.
When you've been handed your share of extra frames.
Oh, God. I have to start lifting weights.
Ed picked up bowling while serving as a bomber pilot during World War II. His flight crew was holed up for a month in Iceland waiting on replacement parts. So they killed their time by bowling on ice, never imagining that he'd still be knocking down pins 80 years later. Aaron Ivory.
He is just incredible. And we are always looking for good stories in this new year. Do you know someone who's doing great things where you live? Send your story ideas right there to the email you see on your screen. It's newsdesk@WNCT.com. We want to hear about all the positive things happening where you live. We know good news is out in all of your communities. You can also reach out to me with your story ideas on social media. This story might be music to your ears. Next on 9 on the Positive Side, the moment a donation changes a young boy's life. Beautiful music can soothe the soul, bring a smile to your face, or even a tear to your eyes. Steve Hartman has the story of a young musician that might do all three.
To 11-year-old Jude Kofi of Aurora, Colorado, this surprise was music to his eyes. Obviously, whoever said the best things come in small packages was never gifted a grand piano. Jude's father, Isaiah.
So one day it just shows up at the house?
Yes, all for free. Who does that?
The answer in a moment.
Moses.
But first, the reason. About a year and a half ago, Jude's dad heard a noise coming from the basement. There was an old keyboard down there, but no one knew how to play it. Certainly not his autistic son, Jude. Or so he thought. Isaiah then got Jude a larger keyboard to see what more he could do. And boy, could he do. The kid never had a lesson. No one taught him any of this.
How do you explain that you're as good as you are?
It's a miracle.
You think it's a miracle?
That's what I prefer.
Bill Magnuson prefers that too.
Is he special?
He's beyond special. He's Mozart level. It's coming from somewhere beyond.
Bill is a piano tuner. He saw a local news story about Jude, heard him play, learned how his parents immigrated from Ghana, how they're raising 4 children and sending money back to Ghana.
What resources are left over to help this special little soul?
Yours.
Yeah.
Using an inheritance from his father, Bill bought the piano, spent $15,000. He has promised to tune it once a month for the rest of his life.
Very nice.
And he's even paying for Jude to get professional lessons.
We're family now.
Somebody to just love your son like that by making sure that his future is secured. We are super thankful. Yeah.
Press the pedal.
Caring for other children as your own, the defining note of humanity. Steve Hartman, on the road in Aurora, Colorado.
And thanks so much for joining us for 9 on the Positive Side and celebrating another year with us. Happy New Year, everyone. We'll send you off like we always do with a very cute video at the end of our show. And this just happens to be a very vocal baby otter.
Yeah.
How cute is he? Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you next time.